Hello everyone, I'm Jefepassives, and this is Techno Squad by TheBoardsCousin. One of her older squads, but I was asking if there were any of her older squads that might be interesting to play, and she suggested this. Now, this probably isn't the most powerful squad I've ever played, but it looks like it'll be interesting. I do hope the Centipede might be able to target empty tiles when it gets the push upgrade, though. It will be a little tricky if it has to hit something to do the push. But still, I'm sure the acid will be nice to have. And then, of course, the blobber. So I guess I've got effectively two artilleries here. And the blob upgrades will be a lifesaver once I can have blobs explode twice and move. Also, this is one of TBC's contributions to the Jefepassives mod. Yes, I'm pronouncing Jefe differently with the mod than I am in my name. Don't judge me. And this might turn out to be useful for the Centipede, though I admit I'm probably not going to heavily prioritize putting 2 cores into that, because I desperately need move upgrades and push and the blob stuff. And quite possibly range on Moth. Anyway. I also hit Chaos Roll on the world map, because why not? Haven't played the Vanilla Islands in a while. Detritus doesn't look too bad. For the record, the Monsterverse bosses are still in the mix. I put them all in a big boss list with the rest, but doesn't look like I rolled any this time. So, yeah, okay, I don't want to deal with the Shell Scion right now. Or the Scion Abomination. This might be doable, but I still don't want to. Detritus looks reasonably doable, though the stink bug might be rough since the blob has to take an action to explode. And I think RST is my best bet because the Centipede can actually kill non-alpha swarmers and flies in one shot. The Sonic Scion's a bit of a pain, but it's nowhere near the worst Scion. Yeah, whatever, Kern. Nobody cares what you think. Oh, this is going to be a fucker. I'm probably going to fail this one miserably. I'm sure I can destroy some mountains, though. Still, I need the rep. Badly. So, let's see if I can pull this off. Heaven help me. No one else will. Okay, kind of thinking Moth can go. I could put him here, or maybe could go up here, but I might be better off being able to, like, bait things. Centipede probably needs to be here-ish. And Blabber. I don't know. How do I want to do this? I'd like for the swarm. Some of these enemies to have a chance to hit my units. For reasons I hope are obvious. Which is why I'm having the Moth here and not just putting it in the back line. But in this case, could be rough. There are not a lot of places this might not be a great map for the Centipede, and I should have thought about that, but oh well. If I lose the timeline, then I will blame Churuk. Wow, this is already a mess. Okay, so I don't think I can. Don't know that I can solve all of these. Though I guess I could have the Blabber go here and eat the hit. Then. No, wait. The Centipede can actually solve this one. Straight up. That would be fine. But then I could have. I could theoretically have the Blabber throw a shot here and push the Swarmer onto the spawn. That would be nice. But I could also have the Blabber throw a shot up and push this Swarmer into the Moth. And then have the Moth kill. Can the Moth kill the Fly? It doesn't look like he can. That's a problem. I should have thought this through better. Yeah, the back line would have been much better. Okay, so let me think. It's gotta start sometime. Yeah, I might be in deep trouble here. Now, I could just do this and get the Swarmer, and then if the Centipede get this guy, that's one bomb saved, but then what? I could do this and kill that fly, but this Swarmer's still getting that. Alternatively, rather than let the Swarmer do it, I could just eat the grid hit. Like that. I do not like this one bit, but, you know, it's all an option. And that might be my best option, really. I don't think I got a lot else going here, because my positioning is bad, and I should and do feel bad. One grid hit to salvage this ain't the end of the world. Now, yeah. So, actually, I could do this and push the Swarmer into me, or if I were willing to let the Centipede take a hit, I could instead go here and push the Swarmer onto the spawn. But, anyway. Come on, grid defense, do your job. Anyway, the bombs are fine, and that's what matters. Oh, great. Oh, great. Okay, so I could have the Centipede do this, and I probably will. Don't see much else for him. I'm then thinking I would have the Blobber go here and push the... what's he called? The Scorpion down to hit the Scion. And then the Moth could go, I guess, here and probably shoot the Scion into the Scorpion. Or push the Scorpion onto the spawn. We'll figure it out. One of those things. And, oh, this I don't like. I also don't see a lot of better options, so, acid it is. So yeah, I do this, it ain't so bad, or I could do this and get the spawn dealt with, which is probably for the best. The Scorpion is going to inconvenience me a lot more than the Scion, annoying as I find the Sonic Scion. Oh hey, basic swarmers. Lovely to see them as always. Okay, that's a problem. Well. Yeah, part of the problem here is the Centipede can't do shit, and... Okay, so... I could do that, sure, but then what? Not much use. I could do this, and then what? Not much use. Okay, I guess technically I could have the Centipede acid this guy, then have the Moth kill shot the Scorpion, then the Blobber could toss the Blob here and blast the Swarmer. That's actually okay. I mean, I'm not really loving it, but it's okay. Wish I could block some spawns, though, because this is going to be a mess. I mean, it's already a mess. But, you know. And, oh wow, that's more Scorpions than I enjoy seeing. You really gonna do me like that? Okay, I might, hang on. Okay, so I could... Actually... Okay, so if I have the blobber, throw a shot here, and push, it'll kill all three of these losers. That's pretty good. I could then, or, no, better. I could... have the centipede kill the fly, then have the moth free the blobber. I should probably do that first, actually. Then have the blobber throw the blob up here, killing these two and pushing this scorpion away. I think that's a successful option. The centipede might... Well, hang on now. Actually, I think the centipede will be okay here. I'm surprised I got away with that. But hey, a win's a win, even if I had to, you know, bust down a building full of people. I'm sure Kern doesn't mind that much. Oh, this doesn't sound too bad. Well, it does if I get webbed, but, you know, whatever. Destroying mountains should be easy enough, but this... The death tiles tend to help me more than they hurt me, I think. And it's a decently open map. I probably want the moth all the way over here. And then, there's no... What are they called? No scorpions on the map this time, so I could... Would it be better to... I don't know. They're all single target back at the moment, so we'll see what I can do with them. That's a problem, but solvable. Okay, so this fly ain't so bad. Right now, I could have the scorpion do this, acid up the fly, and let him have the swarmer. I could also have the blobber drop a shot here and kill these two right now. And then the... Or hell, the moth could then just kill the alpha swarmer. Or the moth could... alpha fly, rather. Or the moth could finish this thing off. Alright, that's a convenient setup, and don't see any reason to waste it. Yeah, I really do wish I could target empty tiles currently, though. It'd be nice. And let's get the moth out of the way. In some ways, it might have been better to have the moth closer to the center, but... wait, is the fly gonna heal itself of the acid when it heals? Oh, damn, that's annoying. Oh well. Oh, that's really annoying. I might be kind of boned on this. At least I can acid them, but yeah, I'm not in the right position and I'm boned. So I can acid these two up, and then I guess I could throw a blob here and explode for double 2 damage plus the bump would get the fly. But the scorpion's just gonna have his day, I think. At least I can moth push this guy, but yeah, being too far in the corner, I'm about to pay for. Oh well. That'll teach me, I guess. Unless I decide not to learn any lessons. Like an idiot. You know how it is. At least the scorpion will be fucked when I get a clean shot at him. Does that help? It doesn't. Come on, grid defense. Do something awesome. I may have mentioned this before, but I'm not actually that good at Into the Breach. Okay, that's a problem. At least the moth is in position this time. So I think the moth can just kill this guy. And then the centipede could blast this guy and have Blobber throw the blob here and kill him. Almost a shame the moth or the scorpion has acid here, but you know. Yeah, this is gonna suck. This is a lot of spawns. I dislike this number of spawns. Yeah, 4 Vec is too many Vec, especially when some of them are swarmers, which they will be. Yeah. Oh my, that is definitely a number of swarmers. And that fucker that I probably can't reach. Okay, so the good news is the centipede can take these two out right now. And then a moth cannot reach the... Oh, hey, the blobber can reach this guy, so that's good. So I can have the moth get up here and kill this guy, centipede kill these two, and the blobber push this guy away. That's actually an acceptable plan. And I'm really glad I picked the island with a bunch of 1 HP Vec. Too bad I'm on hard mode, and there will be tons of alpha Vec very soon. I suppose I do need to keep in mind that since I'm running cyborgs, them dying ain't the end of the world, but 25 XP is a lot to lose. Yeah. Alright. At least I'm getting near some level ups for some people. Anyway, New Terra. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy, this is gonna be a mess. I want that rep, but... well... at least these guys are in a bad position, and they can't reach much. Yeah, the Scorpion can't hardly do anything. I'm inclined to go here just in case the Scorpion is somewhere I can... I'm really hoping the Scorpion attacks the building here, so I can just push him in the water right now. Okay. Oh, fuck me! Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Oh, piss! Wasps? Really? I didn't sign up for this. No, seriously, I fucking didn't. I guess I could do like this, though. But then the Scorpion's gonna do what he wants, and I don't know that I have a good option for it. Hang on. Okay. I can have the Centipede do this. Yay, I guess. Then I could have the Moth go here and do this. One way or the other. Or I could actually have the Blobber throw the Blob here and get the Scion, I guess, while the Centipede gets these two. Hang on, so let me think. Because I don't need to hit these guys, technically. I could just have the Centipede get these guys, the Moth go here, and then the Blobber go here, and then the Moth finish it off. This is such a weird mess. But the fly isn't shooting anything right now, so I can handle that. And I'm really worried about the wasp, because I'm not sure they can't pull things directly into a chasm without, you know, a chance to do anything about it. Oh, shit! Well, that's a problem. I guess I can still do, like, this now. But then, yeah, this is bad. But yeah, I could, have the centipede eat shit on this one. Or I could do this and then, oh wait, yeah, I could have the centipede do this, take out that scorpion and let the fly take damage, and then have this wasp go up here and eat shit from the fly. This still sucks, and I'm still gonna get pulled into a chasm probably, but you know. It's an amusing play. I was really hoping to kill the wasps though, and let me see. Supporter is nice, but cheap plating would be nice, but skilled is probably my best option by far. For all the good it's about to do me. Yeah, I so wanted, but the wasp's dead. Okay, glad he wasn't the other spot, but this is still... Admittedly, Wow, okay. Wait, did the wasp just cockblock the fly? Okay. Too bad that doesn't help me that much. Now, I could have do this, let the blobber eat that shot. Freeing him. Then I could have, the moth do this to kill that wasp, I guess. Because it'd be funny. And let the fly finish the other one off. There is no part of this I don't regret. Is there a better way to do this? I don't know. I could go here, throw the blob here, then have the moth go here when I throw the blob, so this wasp dies as well, and get a clean sweep of wasps. What is my life that I'm considering that as my option? I think that'll get... What a mess this has all been. Feels like such a long... Why is it all wasps? Do hornets no longer exist in this fucking world? Anyway, I can do this at least. And, at least they keep blocking the fly, which honestly is pretty funny. So if I do this, they're all in kind of a bad spot. Then I guess I could have the moth go here and kill these two. And, and then the blob could toss one here, maybe? I don't know. What happens if I shoot this? No, wait, I can't shoot from the smoke, obviously. What a fool I am. But yeah, I can kill these guys straight up. And then the blob could... Or the blobber wouldn't be able to throw anything anywhere. I guess I could blob something. Alright, Big Game Hunter wouldn't be bad. Neither would Resilient, really. I'm probably going to need the damage desperately, though. Even though Resilient would be a lifesaver. I feel like damage isn't my biggest problem, but even so, I know he's got a +2 damage upgrade. And there's some bosses I'm going to want dead. So, you know. Anyway, I guess I could... Since I can't... do anything too useful. I can put the blob here, and does it die if I leave it at the end of the turn? I'll have to check. Oh well. Okay, so I could just blow this thing up now. Or I could centipede it first, then blow it up. And then I guess we're done. Okay. Actually that kind of went not that bad, I guess. Despite the numerous wasps. Alright, so no more 2-rep missions. This, I don't know that I can do. Well, I can probably kill 7 enemies when there's swarmers. This, doable, but I probably need that grid. This, I don't know if I can do this one. It's been messy. Or this, ooh, I do not want the Cataclysm. I can't remember if Cataclysm is the middle breakup or the one edge breakup, but either way. I'm leaning towards this. I can but yeah, I can't. This looks way too messy for the centipede, but hopefully I can manage the less than 4 mech damage thing. I hope, I pray. Alright, so, where do I want the blobber? Here, maybe? Here, I guess? I don't know. What do I know? Alright, there's my pod, which may or may not help. Or it might hurt depending on how I handle this. Oh, God, at least it's hornets this time. Alright, so if I put a blob here and pushed, it'd be funny. And I cannot put a land unit on this, but... Now, okay. A blob here would solve the swarmer and damage the scion. The centipede could shoot this guy, but I don't think the moth can solve the fly on his own except by taking the hit. There's too many dudes for it. And the moth doesn't have a clean shot on this guy anyway. Moth doesn't have a lot of clean shots, though he could go here and shoot that guy, I guess. But the blob blowing up here would kill the time pod and be useless for this. And if I start taking hits like this, I'm going to fail the mission badly. What? And like I said, no one else can afford to get handled, pulled into the chasm by the fly, so... Now, if I did this... Okay. If I did this, at least, you know, some kind of shot, but bump damage is not doubled by acid. And again, I can't let this guy get fucked, so... Now, I will note that if I were willing to sacrifice the building here, which I'm not really, then I could do this and then have the blob kill the scion and swarmer, which is something. But... really wish I had slightly more options for moving things around here. Yeah, I shouldn't have done this map at all, honestly. This was a mistake. I guess Blobber could go here and get the Scion himself like that, but... Or itself, I have no idea. Then... But I'd still be taking this hit from the Moth. I don't see any other way to do it. Although I could have the Moth do, like, the time pod like this and push himself back up. So at least the Fly takes a bump. No, wait, that'd kill the Moth straight up. I don't want that, presumably. Yeah, Alright, and I may have to leave the Scion alive for reasons. Reasons being I don't want to eat the bump damage unnecessarily because of the mission. Yeah, I don't see anything useful for the Moth to do if he's taking the hit here. And I really hate that. Now come on, flying assholes, attack my units. Oh, that's pretty convenient, actually. Thank you, Mr. Fly. Now, I could have the Centipede do this guy right now, and that'll be fine. Heck, I could also have the Blobber do these two, but I want to make sure I can get this guy out of the way first, and I don't think I can. Can the Moth do anything useful? I guess I could have the Moth take the time pod and kill a Hornet, though I really want to repair or something. And the Blobber cannot solve this guy, so this one has to be... Yeah, this one literally has to be the Centipede. The Moth can't even reach it. It is tempting to just have the Moth grab the time pod and repair, though. Yeah, I might just do that. Yeah, could have the Moth grab the time pod and repair, and have the Blobber throw a blob here. I think that's a good place for a blob. I don't need to explode these two this turn. I think that's a mistake. But it would give enemies another target. Oh, hey. Thank you, Mr. Scion. Actually, it occurs to me I could throw a blob in the path of an attack, couldn't I? Why did I not think of that earlier? I'm dumb. That might be a really important thing to remember. Also, I could throw a blob here right now and solve this. And this guy I can just Moth out of the way. And then have the Scion get damaged like that. Also, I can acid the Fly, I guess, but he'll get the mountain in a minute here. I guess I can have the Centipede get this guy. Might be a good idea. And the Scion can die because, you know, he's a Scion. Now, everybody's got all sorts of acid today. That guy is a problem, actually. Alright, so I might need to throw a blob here. In fact, I'm not seeing a better option. Well, wait. Yeah, because pushing this fly down would not help. Pushing him up is not really an option from here. I could have the moth kill this guy, or the centipede do it, really. I guess the moth needs more XP. The centipede can kill this guy, and the blobber can throw a blob here and let the fly eat the blob. And I should keep in mind in the future that I can do this kind of fuckery. Enjoy your delicious blob. Well, this has been really weird, but at least there weren't a bunch of wasps. Anyway, I guess I want the push upgrade. And, oh, great. More rep, I guess. Hopefully I can get some use of this. Let me just check if this, nope, still got I actually hit something. So that's gonna be, bit niche, but it's... Alright, so this guy. 3 or 6, but at least he's single target whatever. I can work with single target whatever. Too bad the, scorpion's gonna grab me wherever I go. I could go here, I guess. There's, I don't, like, I'm really worried about the centipede here because there's no good place to be putting him. And, with the sonic scion, everyone's within reach of the enemy. Blabber can go there, at least. Wow, that is a lot of HP, but I believe I have Big Game Hunt. Didn't I pick Big Game Hunter on the moth? I'm not oh yeah, there we go. It's just not showing there. Alright, oh, that was nice of him. That wasn't. Alright, so I kind of want to make the blobber shoot this guy onto the spawn. I'd really like to acid this guy up, but I'm pretty sure he might just kill me if I... Oh, no, wait, it's only 3. I could just take that hit and do that and acid him. Since I can't land much, then... I don't... Oh, shit, I may not have a solution for this one. Or... No. I can acid the scorpion and then throw a blob and finish him off. But then I don't really have a good, and I can't really hit the boss because he'd be aiming straight at me. I could do this, I guess. That's really the best I've got. My positioning is shit! But I obviously got to save the corporate building, so, you know. And, yeah. Double damage isn't double enough. What else is new? Well, almost wish I had more turns. For fuck's sake. This is gonna be bad. Oh, okay. This I can work with. So, if I threw a blob here, this would kill both these two, and that's fine. If I shot a shot here, that would acid those two, and that's something. I can take the hit. I can take a hit from the boss, I guess. Or I could... Oh, wait. If I Big Game Hunter him, he might be in some shit. It'd be, what, 4? It wouldn't kill him, and he'd end up over here hitting this building. admittedly, better that than him hitting the corporate building, and I'm not seeing a lot of better options for solving. Yeah. Oh! Okay, Centipede can do this. That's a fair option. What result then? Okay, so say I do that. Then I could do this. And then the blobber could throw a blob into the boss's attack path. I really wish I had a non-damaging push so I could get the or, actually, I could get the centipede out of the way, but I don't have a good way to solve this guy without killing this guy. Amusing as the thought is. Though, I am tempted to sacrifice this building to the boss, though. Excuse me. Okay, so I acid these guys. Yeah, then Big Game Hunter the boss, then... Okay. Hang on, let me just double check. If I threw the blast here first and hit the boss, it'd be effectively 2 damage to him. And then, yeah, not gaining much else. Okay. What a fucking mess this is. Still. At least we're... Okay, that's annoying. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. Oh fucking K. This might be... me getting boned here. Okay, I can't survive if it's acid, or if it's melee, so I might be screwed there. Now... Okay. Some buildings are gonna die, I think, but let me... check. Okay. So, I could have the blobber save the moth one way or the other. Then I could have the moth blast the boss into a building? I don't love it, but, I'm not seeing a lot of alternatives here. Or I could bomb the boss. Or I could just let this build... If I were willing to sacrifice 2 buildings right now, I could... Because these 2 are only 1. I could save the moth, acid the boss, and then blast the boss into this, and the fly can do what the fuck ever flies do. Because, yeah, I can't push the fly aside, not that it would help like this. And, oh, technically I could do this. Yay. I mean, if it works, but still. I kinda hate it, but it's actually a valid option here. And then I could, I don't know, I guess I could have the blobber, hang on. Okay, if I threw the blob here now and blew it up, it'd be what, 2 damage? Then I could save this guy, and, I'd be sacrificing these 2 buildings either way. I guess I'd rather sacrifice them than, you know, lose the island rewards, so, you know. Now, if I do this, that's not quite the end for him. But I can't stop this guy anyhow, so, you know. Okay, if I set up the bomb on the boss here, he'll be 3, and then I could spawn block and shove him into that building. Is this really my strategy? I guess it fucking is. I'm a little concerned about the scorpion there, but if it grabs the moth, I guess I have angles for the centipede to hit it. At least it's another fly and not, you know, a scorpion. Oh, and the centipede can save himself from that one. Good. So yeah, this looks like a job for the blobber, maybe? Okay, blobber... Okay, yeah, centipede can do this right now. Or the centipede can get up in the fly's face and eat the hit. Because the moth can't move this fly in a useful direction. And he's got 1 HP, so I don't want to do anything stupid. Though I guess if this... yeah, I could just toss a blob in the way. And ignore this fly. Or no, what am I doing? Alright, yeah. Yeah, just blob blocking this one is for the best, I believe. And I'll just get over here and repair. And we can all pretend this fiasco never happened. Thank you. I kind of need the grid power, but I need everything else too. I need the rep as well. I guess I have her to sell. So I could just take the grid power because I'm gonna need it. Who am I kidding? I'll take more damage, so... Anyway. Now what do I want? Lots of things, really, but... I don't know. The health upgrade sounds nice, but I'm not sure how useful the blobs are without the move. And the move gives the blobber a lot more angles of attack, theoretically. On the other hand, the health would allow, like, multi-turn spawn blocks and whatnot. And I probably want more movement on the moth, I think. I want more movement on everyone, but... Yeah, having a 2-health blob exploding in the same place 2 turns in a row might be useful, but I can't guarantee that it would. Anyway, thank you for watching. Join me next time for part 2.